Okay, so can you hear me? Say yeah. If you hear me, yeah? Awesome. So what if I tell you that this is so cool, I never did a talk in a observatory. What if I told you that this scene right here, or this game, because I can play with it, is entirely done with Vue components? So this is done declaratively, and I have another example. This is a sound where it comes from. It's done by one of our core team members. He created this synth wave kind of thing. It's also done entirely with Vue components and composables. So that's what my talk is about, and I'm gonna mute so you don't have the sound all the time. Okay? Let's get back for my slides. Yeah, so hi everyone. I'm gonna present today my library is called TresJS, and the idea is to bring the magic of 3D to your Vue applications. My name is Alvaro Sabu. I'm a DevRel engineer, or well, I had to update this. It's actually, I'm a developer experience engineer in the startup blog. I'm from Barcelona, Spain, but originally from Venezuela. I'm creating content on Alvaro Dev Labs, and also my portfolio that I never finish is around there, and my Twitter and social. So you're welcome to say hi anytime. So what is TresJS? TresJS is a Vue custom renderer on top of ThreeJS, which is the core library in JavaScript to render WebGL experiences. So you can use it to build scenes declaratively, like you will do with the UI, to create different things like Vue components and composables. Tres is a Spanish word for ThreeJS, and it's pronounced tres, and in reference of the library. So how do you get started with it? We have several flavors, but you can install it with your package manager of choice, or you can always play with it on our Vue.js playground. So you can go here and directly code, and you will see that like the output here. I'm gonna share it later on my socials. Okay? So let's create our first 3D scene. So this is like the setup syntax of Vue with a script and a template. What we're going to do is we're going to import the Tres canvas component from the core. And then we are going to add it with a prop called window size, so it occupies the whole size. Is it visible? Yeah? Okay, so we import it, we use it in the template, and then as a good practice, we can use another component on Vue, okay, a subcomponent called, I don't know, the experience, the scene, just because the Tres canvas is a context provider, so all the context about 3D is going to live inside of it, so it's going to make things easier. Okay, then I'm forgetting that I have the animations. This is super fancy now. First, we need to see something, right? Something render on the scene. So we add a perspective camera with a position in the scene and a look at, which is like where it's going to point out. So you can start noticing that this is a parallel between the ThreeJS objects and how they use as components here. Then we can add some objects into our scene. So I'm going to add a box, okay? A box is built with a Tres mesh, so you can do the analogy between the geometry being the HTML of the 3D object, and then the material is going to be like the CSS of the object. It's going to declare like what color it has, if it's reflective, if it's not, okay? All that comes together in something that is called a mesh, and if we're lucky enough and we add a light to the scene, because if not, everything is dark, we come up with something like this. Okay, so hey, we have our first 3D render ever on the screen already with these components. So we can say like, woohoo, clap your backs. You already did your first 3D scene ever. But can it get better than that? Of course it can. So right now we are using the plane like directly on the middle of the scene, but we can add some arguments for the constructor. So the arguments will depend on the component that you're using. In this case, I'm going to modify how the box geometry looks like. So I'm adding some properties to the width, the height, and the depth, let's say. Or I can change the rotation of the whole cube by changing the property here and using some math in order to change it. So this is how it's going to look like after we do those changes. So we increase the size of the cube, and also we rotate it a little bit. Let's make it glow, right? And this is when I have something to announce. And we just launched today the post-processing library for TresJS. So you remember at the beginning of the talk, I was showing you a cool game with glowing lights and such. Post-processing library is meant to make it easy and focus on developer experience. So you can add it as TresJS post-processing. And it's as easy as adding, for the material, you need to enable the emissive. So it's a property that allows it to say, OK, I want to have this intensity and also the color of the glow. OK? And then you can import something called the bloom and effect composer. So the effect composer is going to be like the context of the effect. So you can pass several passes. And every pass is going to be a different effect. So you build up different post-processing effects. Why is it called post-processing? Because it's not rendering in real time. It's just taking what you render and then adding post-processing, as you will do with movies or video games. It's the same concept. So we're using the bloom effect with an intensity, luminance, threshold, yada, yada, like really technical, but it's what allows you to detect when too low. And voila, we have a glowing cube. Amazing. Woohoo! So this is when we can start dancing and figure out, OK, we can do pretty cool stuff with 3D on the web. And the cool thing is that also it's pretty performant. So since I have only 7 minutes today, I only wanted to show you a little glimpse of what you can build with TresJS. And you can notice like the small amount of code that it requires to get something working. So the next steps will be, I put some QR, so I hope they are working. You can check the documentation. We have a lot of like, nice to go, get my first scene running. We have a cookbook where all the community is adding recipes on, for example, how to do animations, how to load models that you don't load from video games or like free in internet. And we have a YouTube playlist that honestly I had to create more content next year, that's my hope, where we show the basics of how to get started with, okay? It will not be a good talk from my side if I don't thank our sponsors. So this is all the people that allow us to continue working and to provide to the different contributors some monetary support. That's really important. We have companies as well that are supporting us by sponsoring. Big thanks to StackBlitz for the collaboration on the BitConf. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much. I still have 30 seconds. So do you want to see another demo? Yes. Yeah? OK, let's go real quick. Here and go back. Since we're in a planetarium, come on, quick. What about some galaxies? Yeah. So we can change the color here. Is it visible? Oh, kind of, right? I don't see it from here. Yeah, you can change the color, like how many randomness it have, size of it. And this is all as well done with view components. Thank you very much.